Okay, so the next animal I'd like to show you is if you kind of just let me move this so he's out of your way. You kind of just stand in this corner right here, stand across the yellow line. So we have just added last week a new species here. It's called a red river hog. And so I'm going to let them out of their enclosure, which is right here. And they're going to go around
Red river hog.
Red river hog. It's like a pig, an exotic pig.
Do the cheetahs like the red river hog?
They love watching them, yes.
They love watching. Oh, they know. They know he's going to let them out. Look, they're getting all excited.
Fast.
Damn.
Here they come.
Oh, wow.
Let me see. Whoa.
Like a big old moose.
See, look at her like, let me out.
Wow.
They're like, ooh.
So this is Rosco. Rosco is a 6-year-old male.
Where are they native to?
You can find red river hogs in West Africa. So they live in like the forests and kind of open areas.
We had these in Louisiana when we grew up, but not like this, you know, but they wild pigs and boars.
Yeah,
Black.
well, they're all related.
Domestic pigs that got
Yeah.
loose and became wild.
Yeah, but they've got like really funny horns on it.
Yeah, so those big protrusions are like warts, and they're there, especially on they're more developed on the male. The female eventually is more. And the reason for that is because
Look at that nose.
No, so funky.
it's because it helps protect his eyes when the two males are fighting with each other.
Oh.
You know what? Forgot to separate it.
I'm
coming.
food.
Yeah, where's my snack?
We'd like to know.
Rosco.
Come see this thing.
Rosco.
Sorry,
Let
Nate.
me get a picture. Oh, here we go. Hi, Rosco.
Oh, she's tiny. But you know.
Boy, she let you know.
She looks like an anteater. Her nose. Because she didn't have the horns.
I'm going to give her snack over there because he'll get very kind of get aggressive towards her.
What are you giving them?
It's like a monkey biscuit.
Oh,
A
It's
monkey?
just part of it's enrichment. It's not part of their daily diet.
he likes it.
Here, Tommy. He'll get aggressive because he wants to treat.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
I don't know. I share. They don't look like they share.
Yeah, he's very dominant when it comes to the food.
And what's her name?
Polly,
Polly.
and she's 5 years old. No, none of that.
Where did they come from?
Hey,
No, where did he get them from?
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, he wants more.
they were born at Disney's Animal Kingdom in Florida.
Wow.
And did you have to trade them, or do you buy them, or?
I believe they were probably just donated. Zoos usually don't do much. They either loan or maybe trade like an animal for an animal, but usually there's no money exchange.
And so they're not on display yet? Because you
Not
said
yet.
they're new?
Yeah. So they just came to us. Well, we've had them in quarantine. And so now that they were in that building, but now that they're over here, we can start introducing them to this exhibit over here. And they're going to be sharing that exhibit with a type of antelope called the Smithsonian, which is a marsh antelope.
That's not even
They
fresh.
can
They share the
Better than
same
you.
type of habitat in the wild.
They can run faster than Tommy.
Do these things like the roots?
Oh yeah, this yard didn't look like this before. You can see like they've been pushing the dirt all up into
Hey,
the
Tommy, where's that faster than Tommy t-shirt?
grubs, roots, tubers. You know, they eat a wide variety of things. So they're not really herbivores because I mean they'll chew on bones. You know, they'll eat like insects and stuff, and you know whatever they can find. So, yeah. And in the zoo, we just feed them like hay and pellets and a variety of produce. A lot of root vegetables, sometimes like apples. What? Yeah, I don't know if they really have purpose. I mean, they're more pronounced on the male. I think it's probably just to make them more attractive. So, like a male that has a prettier face, the more whiskers, and it's probably gonna be more attractive to a female.
Oh, yeah, she is. These are like
and she doesn't have the warts on the face.
Oh,
Oh.
So they're not bone, they're like...
It's
or
all
are they
fleshy,
bone?
yeah.
Oh, it's
Wow.
So
fleshy.
they wiggle back and forth. And so warthogs have, of course, I mean, they have the big tusks that stick out, but they have more of those warty protrusions on their face. And same function, it just helps protect the eyes and certain parts of the face as the males are like really like going at each other with the tusks and trying to bite.
That's now.
And that snout is so powerful. It's like a little bulldozer. I mean, they can just plow through anything.
I have a good sense of smell, supposedly, because they use some of them to sniff out drugs. Pigs or
Pigs?
something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, no more food.
He's like, I'm done with y'all.
Okay, let's move on. Follow me.
It's so funny, huh?
Yeah, what are y'all keeping these stalls here? Just different animals under quarantine?
Actually, that's where the Sitatunga are right now, but they just came to us on Wednesday, so they're a little jumpy. So I didn't want to. We're still trying to just get them settled in.
What's in there in front?
Sitatunga.
Okay.
We have 2 males.
So they're like antelope?
Type of antelope, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like a chocolate brown, kind of shaggy with spiral horns.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go down this way.
Spiral horse.
This zoo I've been here for 4.5 years. I used to work at the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore. For a long time.
Oh, this is supposed to be big.
You just maybe just stay back like a few feet, or a couple feet. Yeah, that's
They
great.
don't move at all.
No, well, this is so these are what we call adra or dama gazelles. It's a North African species of antelope, and they're like deer, antelope. They're very in tune to like what's going on in their surroundings because they need to be because in the wild they need to worry about so many different predators.
Right.
So they're always like watching and listening and
There's the baby
just
one.
kind of standing still like
Look at
that.
the baby.
So there's a new calf. She's peeking out.
See?
So that she's 1 month old, and then this little guy right here walking to the left now, he's 3 months old.
Oh, he's big. Compared to her.
Yeah, they grow very fast, and they need to because in the wild, there she is.
She looks like Bambi.
Oh my God.
Did one of these have it?
That's
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So the
look.
male, the father of those 2 calves is the guy back there, kind of behind the fence line, and then these 2 females here are both the moms of those 2 calves.
They have one at a time?
What's that?
One at a time?
One at a time.
Yeah.
And so they share the exhibit. When it warms up a little bit, we'll put them out in the big yard behind this gate here, and the vultures go out there with them, and then eventually the scimitar horned oryx will go out there as well.
And now, how fast do these guys run? They're pretty quick.
Yeah, they're very fast. I mean, they're 50, 55 miles per hour.
And what do they eat?
They're herbivores, so they in the wild, they're considered like browsers, so they're going to be eating leaves and grasses and stuff like that. At the zoo, we give them hay and pellets. That's kind of an alarm call. So when they see danger in the distance, whether it's right now it's probably because they see the cheetahs. So they'll make that alarm call, and then it kind of alerts the whole herd. So then everybody can start looking for danger, and then you've got
a lot of eyes looking.
yes.
Especially with the
Does
babies.
yours record?
Exactly, and it's funny when they all start doing it because they all have different pitches, and so they all start making the alarm call, and it's like.
And so how do you tell the male and the female? They don't have different horns?
The males do. The horns are a little thicker, and have like a heavier ring around the base,
Okay.
and they're shaped a little bit different than the females.
They're sort of closer together. They don't spread out.
Yeah.
So-
But their coloration is exactly the same, and they're just a little bit bigger in body
You
size.
said North Africa?
North
So
Africa.
the cheetahs wouldn't be...
No, they would. Well, historically, yes, but this species has been pretty much wiped out. In the wild, there's only estimated maybe 500 of them left.
Oh, wow.
They've just been severely overhunted, and now there's just small pockets of them. And then, of course, the cheetahs have been going through a lot of
Poaching.
from hunting and habitat loss in the wild. So the cheetah population in the northern parts of Africa is much less.
They're very elegant.
So they probably don't come together very much anymore. But historically, this would have been a prey source for the North African cheetah. So they come from a region called the Sahara, which is kind of just south of like the Sahara Desert. So it's a very dry region, very hot region, but it's also an area where there is going to be a lot of green and vegetation, especially during the rains. So they do breed well in zoos, and there's a good number of them. And so the future is, because of the situation in the wild, we're hoping that we'll be able to start reintroducing them, which is something that's been being done already with the scimitar horned oryx, which we haven't seen yet.
So what if they just hypothetically, what if they release some of these in like Rock Creek Park? Would they thrive there? Or?
No, not at all.
They would just.
I mean, first they can't tolerate the winters here.
The winters,
and
okay.
We have to make sure they have a heat source. And but yeah, no, they would be picked off by just wild dogs, coyotes. Yeah, I mean, but they're open. They need open areas
To run.
Yeah, they don't live in the forests like the white-tailed deers.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they need to be in an open area.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they look just like deers, minus like their heads, but their body. Well, I guess maybe they're like really skinny.
So we still have inside. So if you guys want to peek through the window here, this is our they're called Rupel's griffin vultures. And they're big birds. Yeah. I mean, they're about 2 feet high and weigh about 20 pounds. They have a foot wingspan, so they're pretty impressive when they're out in the yard. It's still too chilly to let them out, which is why.
Found Simba.
Yeah, so right now this is their juvenile plumage. They're only a year old. They don't reach sexual maturity until about 4 to 5 years of age. So eventually they're going to look completely different. They're full grown, but their feathers are going to change. They're going to grow out and to be a different color.
Is that, what are they called?
Rupel's griffin vultures.
Flash on
We have to keep their feathers.
They're
So
pretty.
just trim back the feathers, the primaries.
Wow.
And being able to get left airborne.
And so.
But they spend a lot of time on the ground. Even
That's
in the
a
wild,
baby?
Just like perching, or when they find a kill, they just kind of hop around it as they're feeding.
And where are they from? Because you said it's too cold out.
They're also an African species, but they're just a little more. They're not as cold hardy, so they have to be locked in when it's like below 40.
Wow, look at the wingspan on that thing.
These guys we only lock them in when it's below 32. They get locked into their stall. So, and the zebras, if it's below 28, then we lock them in their stalls.
Oh,
so we have different weather guidelines.
Yeah, some downstairs.
And so in there is a male and a female. They were both
Oh, there's
Warm all year
two.
round, right?
I mean, it is, but the nighttime temperatures can get really cold. I mean, it can get into, close to freezing. But the difference
There's
is
some right there.
it will warm up during the day, so the animals aren't exposed to like a constant.
Oh yeah, that one's totally different. Oh, I see. If you look up here and you can see them. And then look down.
Of the cold temperature here, so we lock them in when it's going to be.
I didn't see that.
We bring them off exhibit and give them access to a heated building when it's going to be like below 15. Out in their exhibits, they have the termite mounds. There's heat panels in there, so they go inside there, and it gives off a lot.
Don't let that pick you
And
lip.
especially the boys, they kind of lay together. They've got their own body heat.
Oh, there's two in there.
And they're just fine. It's all nice and toasty in there.
Simba!
Get one picture. Give me a picture.